Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. It is Friday night, and I am going to go back to the question and answer video that you guys commented on and answer some more of your questions. So let's just get started. Very hot, you can tell. That's just going to be the way it is. I know my followers that I had from the deals days gets that about me. But you guys are new to my channel, most of you, and you don't know how I'm just going to be hot and miserable all summer long. So anyway, let's just go look for that video, and I'd like to try to answer questions at least once a week. I kind of like Friday nights for that. I'll be answering questions under this Q&A request post that I put up back on May 13. But I also have picked up some other questions along the way, and I just copy them and I paste them on a Word document, and so I'll be able to answer some of those too. Actually, let me go start with those. Make sure I get those in. Christy asks, for your next Q&A, I'm curious to know what your mother thinks of your relationship with your husband and if she likes your husband. You don't have to answer that. Just curious. My mother likes my husband, or so she says she does. My mother doesn't really think much about our relationship. For those of you who are following my narcissistic posts, you'll know that in time how my mother is very, very controlling, and I have pretty much let her control my life. I didn't know any other way to live, and I'm only now starting to grow up. So, but let's take my mother out of the picture for a minute. You know, my husband and I love each other. He loves me in his way. He's an alcoholic. He's drinking actively daily, and I'm not. So it makes it, it's just not all that fun. And my mother was seeing that too, and she knows that's not a great way, to have a relationship. So she's just all okay with him being gone, and nobody in my family ever even asks me about my husband. It's like I've never been married. Nobody, I mean, absolutely nobody ever says, "How's Andy?" Or, "Do you talk to Andy?" It's just like he doesn't exist. And that's, in a way, very, very insulting. It's the kind of family I have. Okay, next question. Does Andy watch your videos? Andy's quite popular. Andy has not. He has absolutely no interest in my videos. He knows I make videos, doesn't care. When I told him that I had done a video and I included his pictures of Alice Cooper, that was a craft vlog, and he was like, show me, how do I see the video? And I sent him the link, and he says he can't do it on his phone, and so he never got to do it. And I says, tell your brother, they'll look it up online. He says, we couldn't find it. I don't know, but no. So he's never seen a video of mine, and I don't think he would ever watch, even if I wanted him to. Just doesn't care to watch that. This one says, can you give advice on being a successful person? How do you become a successful person? You're asking me that? Oh. I'm only successful in very few things in this world. I do believe I am a successful businesswoman because I have been supporting myself for 20 years, self-employed, with several different businesses, and I really don't know. I don't know successful in what aspect. I have no clue. Sorry. If you need business tips, I can help you with that. Have you ever given any thought to what you will do when Mom passes away? I'm curious. Will you keep your house in Maine? Will you relocate and be closer to your son and granddaughter? I don't want you to change, but I would be happy if you released your past and embraced a new beginning. I will never be able to release my past, and I'm okay with that. My past has been my whole life, so it's still here. My past is still here right now, so I'd need many, many years to go by for any of this to be considered my past. My mother, when she dies, I would like to, this house is mine. The family house was, my parents gave it to me, signed it over to me, so they wanted to make sure I got it. They did that when I moved back here in the year 2002. It's been my house since then. I would like to keep it, but I don't know. I would, in a perfect world, I would live here in the summer and then go south for the winter and be with my son and granddaughter, and even hang out with my husband a little bit. That's what I would like to do. But, realistically, it's a lot of work to keep up a house, and then while I'm gone, I have to have somebody check in on it. I also have a rental property, so I would need somebody to handle that for me. So I don't know. I just don't know. how it's going to go. My mother has always said she's going to live till 101, so I think I have a few more years. Linda writes, Linda, I love all your different glasses, and I finally thought of a question for you. Why do you sleep on the couch? I have talked about that a little bit, but the short answer is I'm very comfortable on a couch as opposed to a bed. I like to be with the back of the couch just cradled against that. I have tried to put body pillows on the the wall of a bed, and I don't know, it's not the same. I just don't understand. And my back hurts on a bed, no matter what kind of bed I sleep on. It just causes a pinched nerve in my back or something. So I'm a couch sleeper, and I have been all my adult life. So that's the short answer. It's comfy. The long answer has a lot to do with my past, my childhood, my fears. I grew up saying I just couldn't wait to be an adult so I could just sleep on a couch, because I think I felt safer on a couch, not in a bedroom, but in a room that's open, where people are, stuff like that. So it has a lot to do with it, I'm sure. We'll get to that. Now, back to the questions here. I feel like I answered a lot of deep questions already. You guys don't ask me easy stuff like, what's your favorite color? Hannah asks, have you been to England before? Nope, I've never left the country. If I could invite 4 famous people for dinner, either current or historical, who would you choose and why? Geez, I really should look at these questions before, because I would like to give that some serious thought so I could provide a decent answer. It would be really, really cool to have historical people. I could show them what we have now. I just can't imagine how if somebody could come back and see what there is, they would be so just, I don't know, that would be really, really cool. Wouldn't that be weird if I picked just all awful people? Charles Manson, I'm going to think about this one and I'll come back to it. Oh, this person writes, I know Derek didn't have a name for a while. My son was a week old before I named him. I had to make it right. His name is Derek. But did you have any girl names picked out if he was a girl? And what would they have been? I, did not know in 1978 if I was having a boy or a girl. I wanted a boy. I was very happy I had a boy. I really did not have many or any girls' names picked out that I can think of. I just was gung-ho for a boy, and so not one name jumps out at me. I'm sure I looked and had ideas, but I just don't really remember. Do I believe in ghosts? I mean, yes and no. Not in what we see on TV, that kind of thing, but I believe there can be. Here's what I say. There are things in the air that we don't see. We watch TV through, I don't know about this stuff, but I know somehow things go through the air and come to my TV screen or on a phone or whatever. So I don't know, maybe there's a way that our cells, when we die or whatever, just turn into some kind of energy that are just hanging out around us. I don't know, that's weird, but I remember thinking it was very weird when I was a little girl and dreamed of how cool it would be that I could have maybe a little TV on my wrist, a little watch TV. Never in my life would I have ever dreamed something like that would be possible. So let's just say that there's stuff in the air. And maybe part of that is people that we know. I don't know. Do I work out? Isn't that apparent? I do not. And I will not. I have absolutely no interest in working out. It is a mental nightmare for me. I can't do something for more than 5 minutes if I'm working out. My mind goes haywire. Hate it. The only the only exercise that I like is swimming. But I don't have a pool any longer. I'm not going to any public pools. I don't go swimming at the beach. And I used to walk to try to just help me lose weight and help me to keep moving. I come home from a walk and I could literally just sit on a chair and cry and collapse, and and I'm just worn out for hours. My head is pounding. I don't know, I suffer from vertigo. If a car goes by and it goes by too fast, like on the side of my eyes, like a peripheral vision, it can make me so lightheaded and dizzy, and I feel like I'm going to fall. I have fallen because I just get off balance, because I get so dizzy. Just not fun. I don't work out. Can you tell us about your wedding? We got married on a boat on Lake Winnipesaukee, and it was fun, and I made my own wedding dress, and I had just my immediate family, and it was nice and good, and that's what we did. How's Skylar doing? Skylar's doing great. I will be seeing her in just about 2 weeks. What do you like most about working on YouTube? You are getting so good at it. Well, thank you. And it feels like you have a hang of it. Well, thank you. Peanut Gallery, whoop whoop. I like that. What do I like most? I have to say it's my therapy. That has to be what I like the most. And that's why I always say, even if I never made a dime on YouTube, I would still be doing it. I probably wouldn't be doing it to the extent that I'm doing it, but who knows, maybe I would. I definitely would still be doing it because it is my therapy, and it doesn't have to be because I'm talking about narcissism. It's my therapy just to sit here and talk to anyone who will listen. I like it. What states have you visited? Maine, New Hampshire. I don't even think I've ever been to Vermont. I visited Florida more than once. Texas, lived there. I've been to Arizona. That's the furthest I've ever been, is, the furthest west is Texas and Arizona. And then Florida, and then like just states that I might have driven through. I've visited New York, Massachusetts, obviously. If I could have one meal for the rest of my life, what would it be? Now, I can answer this for my mother. Her favorite meal is spaghetti. Thin spaghetti. Thin spaghetti. Doesn't matter if it's with sauce, butter, ketchup, whatever. Mine, I like meat. I don't know. If I could have like barbecued chicken breast the rest of my life, I'd probably be happy, or some kind of beef. But if it was an actual meal, I was always like a meat and potatoes kind of girl, and that's the kind of meal I like. But I don't eat potatoes now, and so it's just meat. Have you got rid of the mice? I had mice in my cellar. I'm sure they're still there, but they don't come up in the house. I've got everything secured up here. What's your favorite color? I thought that would be an easy question. It's a hard one. And my biggest fear. Oh my goodness. Favorite color lately, gotta be pink, because it's my granddaughter's, so I tend to do a lot of pink. But I also love black. Love black. That would be my personal favorite. Not only for clothing, but for jewelry, or, and I would even like a black room. I think that would be so cool. Favorite animal, I love all of them, but I was more of a dog person than a cat person, but I do love cats too. And I would love to have owned a horse. I just can't even imagine anything so awesome. I just think they're the most beautiful animal. What kind of music do you like? Who is your favorite artist? I used to love music, would go out all the time, loved going to clubs, loved dancing. Now music just brings back memories of all kinds of things, so I tend to not ever listen to music, and not in my car. If I listen to music in my car, I'm crying the whole time that I'm driving. So I went through a period, and it's funny, and some of you will remember this. It was a website, Groove Shark, and I would be playing videos, and I would get up and on my own here in my house and enjoy the music and dance, and I would post it on my Facebook page and tell everybody they had to get up and dance, and people were doing it in their own home. It wasn't done on video or anything, and it was just like my little way to take breaks. And I couldn't understand why I all of a sudden could listen to music again, and I listened for it probably lasted like 2 weeks of all the music I loved so much, and then it went away. And it's because I remember I had changed meds, and it kind of brought me in that direction. But then when my body leveled off, that that good feeling went away. And I almost have to worry more when I start to get feeling too good, because I can tend to go manic and do things that I don't want to do. So it's better that I almost stay more on the depressed side than the manic side. So when I'm on meds, I have to watch. I don't suffer mania unless I'm over-medicated. When I'm starting to feel manic, I know the meds are probably a little too much. Another one with music, 2 in a row. How do people call you? Do you have a nickname? No, I never had a nickname, and I felt horrible about that as a child. It was just Darlene, and I've had some people call me D, some people call me Dar, and for a long time I had a vanity plate on my car that was Darl, because we only were allowed 6 letters on our plates, not 7 like now. So I couldn't put Darlene, so I just went with Darl. Do you think I'll ever get my mother to do a video with me? I never say never. I mean, I just never know. I don't think I will. I don't ask her, because I get the complete silent treatment if I do, and I know that's worse than if I get a no. But, you know, might force her one day. It would be very easy for me to force her. I'd just have to turn the camera on. She'd have no choice, but I wouldn't do that. How many pets have you had? Many. Many dogs, many cats, and some other things. I've had dogs ever since I was 6 up until like 3 years ago. It was the last one I had put down, and I didn't get any more because I travel, and I can't take losing them anymore. I just can't. Thoughts on Adele? I don't care for Adele. Isn't that funny? It's just, I don't know. I liked the stuff she did a while back better than the newer stuff, but it's just not my kind of music. I don't know. And I don't know her personally. I mean, of course I don't know her personally, but I mean, I don't really know her. Like, I don't really see her like on a talk show or whatever, so it has nothing really to do with her. I think she's beautiful and talented, but when there was all this stuff about Adele, I thought she was like, you know, maybe 45 years old. Isn't that awful? I was like, this woman is like in her early 20s. Is she? I can't even believe that, even now. She's probably older now, but I thought she was an older woman. I did not know she was young. But her music is just not up my alley. Okay, why and what and who made you want to start a YouTube channel? I've had it in the back of my head for a long time, and only dabbled at looking at other people's videos, and then my friend introduced me to a couple of videos that she liked, a couple content creators. One of them was Bunny Meyer, Graveyard Girl, and I absolutely fell in love with her, binge watched her that whole first night, and I was like, this is how I would want to be if I were on video. And I always say, it's like she gave me permission to say it's okay to do this and to be myself, so I started. But I was 6 months before I actually went on camera. I just would do screenshots and just do my voice, and I had a hard enough time with just hearing my voice. It was very, very scary for me, and it still is at times. I mean, I'm to the point now that it's almost like, you know, like I don't care. Look, my hair is a complete disaster. I don't care. You guys are used to my hair by now. Did I ever want more children? That was the plan once upon a time. I would have thought maybe, but I never wanted any more as a single parent, so, and I wasn't really interested in getting married, so I had no more. How do you feel now that you are helping people with your funny, truthful videos? You know what? It's funny how a lot of people do say it helps, and I get that, because a lot of other people who don't know me at all, I've either followed their videos or, you know, just followed certain blogs, and they help me, and I would love to be able to tell them. I would love to be able to say to Bunny, and I have left comments and stuff, but, you know, just to say how you inspired me so much, and she still continues. I watch every video of hers, every single one of them, and, but with all the good things that I do here, when I get the bad comments, or, you know, the private messages that are not so nice, boy, those weigh heavily. They really do. I don't know why I put so much weight on the negative things that I hear, but I do, and at times it makes me question, why am I ever doing this? Because I'm always worried that if one person says something bad, there's probably 100 other people who feel the same way, but they're just not the type to say so. You know, and it's hard. It's hard to be happy that I'm helping people because it just sounds so silly. How can I help people? I'm a complete mental mess. And I am truthful. That much I can say. I mean, it's not like I spill my guts about the whole truth. I swear to God, you guys would run for the hills if I was completely truthful. I won't be sharing everything with you guys. But, I don't know. I don't know. If somebody says to me that I'm helping them, that makes me feel very, very good, and it makes it all worth it. But, boy, the people who decide to just say something mean or nasty or negative... Well, you know the good thing about that is I know I'm not you. So there. There's not one part of me that would ever want to say something to a complete stranger to hurt them or upset them or just to even just share a negative opinion. Who the hell does stuff like that? What kind of monsters are you? I'm gonna hook you up with my mother. Okay, I'm going to quit with that. And thank you. I still have, oh, wait a second. Am I at the end of the questions? I am. So we're going to kick back a little bit, and then I'm actually getting a schedule set up. I know I keep saying that, and I will let you know when you guys can ask more questions, and I will answer them. But yeah, I've been through all the ones from that Q&A request. So thank you so much for your questions. I hope I answered in a way that doesn't make me look like I'm ridiculous, but ugh, I'm going through a little rough patch right now. I'm just having some issues about how I feel about certain things. YouTube is like, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. You got to have very, very thick skin, and it's very easy to doubt yourself, or am I going in the right direction, and all that stuff. But for the most part, it's good, and I will get through it. I'm determined I will get through it. So that's it. I thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you more soon.